Thank you, Toastmaster Manish. Hello, Toastmasters. Successful speech crafters. How do you feel today?
Great.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Completing board exams.
Completing board exams. Fantastic. Relaxed?
No, I am not. I'm
Relieved. Okay, relieved.
Excited.
Excited.
Is it already over? Is it already done?
Exams over.
Great.
Great. What else?
Contented.
Content. You feel content. Okay? Result awaited. Certificate not yet received. Exam given. Apna kaam ho gaya. We are done. Fantastic. What about the coordinators? I know Madan is not around, but Toastmaster Murli and Toastmaster Manish, the coordinators.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Happy and relieved.
Happy and relieved. Someone is giving you company. But can we hear it for the two coordinators who are here? And the coordinators. It wasn't just this last 6 weeks that they worked hard, right? It was probably 6 plus 6 more. Not only on the Saturdays and this Sunday, for 3 hours. Lot more planning going behind. Everyday checking whether we have the volunteers, whether the team is available to do the evaluation, to coordinate the snacks for you, the room arrangement, everything. They had to work several hours to make this happen. So certainly relieved. And you feel completely successful and completely content? Something is there? No. Content. Successful. Great. You were saying something?
Content.
Let me ask you. Sounded like you want to make sure that we're done.
Beaten the target.
Yeah, the target. What was the target? What was the target? Let's hear that. So, what was in your mind when you joined? Can I have a volunteer to write on the board?
Yeah.
Shrini, please. So, what was the goal in your mind? In one word again, why did you join the Speech Crafters program?
Yeah, so I had a very clear goal that, even if I become a good speaker, I'm able to, form a speech very well. But if I'm not confident standing there,
Confidence.
Yeah, so confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah.
I want all the speech crafters. Please share what is that for which you came here.
Stage fear
Stage fear
and speech
And?
crafting speech.
crafting speech. Stage fear and crafting speech. So in one word, communication.
Stage fear.
Communication in one word does not describe why did you come here. Not to communicate, but to
Reduce stage fear.
stage fear or effective communication, or what was that? When you say communication, there's something more in your mind, right? What is that?
Stage fear.
Okay, mainly stage fear, we already covered that.
Sharing of my knowledge.
Sharing your knowledge. You want to share your knowledge.
Also
Spreading knowledge,
gaining
fantastic.
knowledge.
Okay, gaining knowledge. Go ahead.
Lack of communication.
Why did you join Toastmaster Speech Crafters program?
Improve my communication.
To improve the communication skill. Whatever you had, you wanted to improve on it. Okay?
Facing the crowd.
Facing the audience. Facing the audience, okay?
So it's a form of communication when, especially under pressure or when I'm nervous. Clarity of thought under pressure or.
Clarity of thoughts under pressure. The other speech crafters, please. You're not a speech crafter. Yes.
To become better performers on stage.
To deliver better performance on stage. So performance on stage.
Stage fear.
Stage?
Over stage fear.
Okay. What about you? You're not a speech crafter. Yes.
Communicating our own thoughts with good oratory skills.
Okay. Good oratory skills. Yes, please.
To accelerate my learning.
To accelerate my learning. Fantastic.
To become an improved version of myself, improved speaker,
Excellent.
and experience the stage.
Okay.
To get comfortable with the stage.
Srini is catching all of it, right? Not missing any. Fantastic. Did I miss any other speech crafters?
Yeah, I have one more. To understand how audience perceives you.
Fantastic. You wanted to learn when I deliver a speech, how does audience perceive me? That was your goal for which you came. These are the goals we have heard from all the 15 speech crafters. Did we miss anyone? Was it something that you had very strongly in you for which you came but is not covered here? That you want to add here?
Networking?
Was it there strongly in you or?
Not as strong as stage fear, but it was there.
Is it a byproduct? It was the goal.
It is a byproduct.
But a byproduct. Bonus. Alright, so networking as a bonus. Alright, thank you so much, Srini. We can give him a round of applause for writing so well. So this is why you came here. This is why we all joined Speech Crafters program. Did you get these? Ask yourself, did I get these? If I have to rate myself on a scale of 10, how much do I score? Think about it. So I joined, let me tell you about my story. I joined Toastmasters unbelievably in 2004 or 5 in an unchartered club in my organization, Oracle Corporation. They had a Toastmaster club running, which I did not understand anything. It was an unchartered club. The meeting used to be there, a little bit unorganized, but I loved it. I could not understand much, but I saw an opportunity to face the audience, to overcome my own fear, to start learning and to deliver something in front of the audience. I tried, I failed a number of times, gathered my courage, took out some time from the work, kept on trying. The club was running up and down, 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 5 people. We never chartered the club. Went on for a while. My daughter grew up. 2009, I came to know of Vision Toastmasters, this very club who organized this speech craft program for you. Can we give a round of applause to Vision Toastmasters? I'm a very proud member of Vision Toastmasters. When I joined Vision Toastmasters, why I joined was, one fine day I went to Ameerpet area where in Matthew building there was a contest happening. I came to know from somewhere, and maybe I just googled or whatever. I went there, attended the meeting. So meticulously planned, organized and delivered by Toastmaster Deepak Mittal, his son Ravi Mittal, Toastmasters Regina, Nikita and a few others. It was an amazing experience. So well planned, timed, meticulously well organized. Everything was so much timed, very formally done. I was amazed. I was so impressed. I joined the club as soon as it was possible for me that time. Then I realized that contests are different than the Toastmasters meeting. And there's a lot more learning happens. Why? I was given manual. I had to study, prepare on a project, and then deliver a speech. Just like you were all given certain assignments to prepare and then deliver a speech. We were given in old Toastmasters, we had manuals, competent communicators. It had 10 projects. I fell in love with the manual. Because every chapter was just about 3 pages, 4 pages. Very crisply written. But since Toastmasters International is an organization since 1924, which is 99 years, we are going to be celebrating 100 years next year, the material is thoroughly well researched and then put in place in a very crispier manner. So everything that you read, there is a lot that you can gather from there. I started learning about the basics of communicating, at the same time how to structure, how do you stick to the purpose, how to get to the point, and so on. There's a lot more. Finally, I had to give a speech to inspire the audience. That was quite a challenging task. Because you can motivate the audience talking about a cause and say, please, can we all do it? But when you have to inspire the audience to really act upon it, it's quite a challenge. Unless you have done that, unless you really feel that you were able to inspire the audience, you don't call yourself a competent communicator. You're not given a certificate or a CC title until you complete that. And my club was very, very strict. You have to really do it well. In fact, in one of the evaluations, I remember, not for me but somebody else, the evaluator, Toastmaster Ajit, he asked everybody to close their eyes, only the speaker to keep the eyes open. I said, okay. Now those of you who believe that this person inspired you, raise your hand. Obviously only a few hands were raised, not all. I said, please, hands down, open your eyes. Ask the speaker, do you believe that you really inspired the audience? If not, Go back home, prepare, try again. That kind of a rigor we built into the whole system. Why? Because it is not about coming, delivering a speech and you are done, move on. Unless you feel that you are able to use body language, unless you feel that yeah, my vocal variety has improved in 4 kind of different circumstances, I am able to use 4 different vocal variety, then you move on to the next project. It is not about just completing 6 projects and getting a certificate. It was a lot more. That kind of a journey we had. I really love that. 2009 and now 2023. I've been continuing to be a Toastmaster. Of course, I took a break during pandemic because I felt I wanted to really talk to the audience standing in front of them, not in front of a camera. And I know many of my friends had the script hanging in front of the camera and they were looking at the script and giving a speech. I didn't want that. So I took a break. I came back. When I took a break, you know what? I really felt my learning actually stopped. There are a lot of things I learned. I learned about communication, I learned about evaluation, I learned about motivating and encouraging others. Toastmasters was not just about communicating every Sunday, it was a powerhouse of energy for me. When you come here, do you get charged up? Do you get the positive energy from everyone? Do you?
Yes, yes.
I also got that. That was something that's bringing me again and again back to Toastmasters meeting every Sunday. It was a lot more than just communicating with others. Some of you said network, fantastic network. Many Toastmasters that I know, including DTM Vikram, who is here, Toastmaster. Can we get a round of applause to Toastmaster? DTM Vikram is the club growth director. He is working on the district's mission. If you go back and read the district mission, it is to add number of clubs and help support them to grow, so that we spread the learning and knowledge that we have. He has been working on that for the last 1 year. As a designated officer, he is responsible to make sure that happens. So including him, many Toastmasters, if you talk to them, they are so fortunate. We know at least 1 or 2 people in almost every good IT company in Hyderabad. Because either they have Toastmasters or they visited our clubs, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
We know people in every other company because they are meeting them. Such a powerful networking. But just knowing somebody doesn't work. You have to build a connection. How do I build that connection? How do I overcome my fear of talking to strangers? Asking them, what do you do? And building that rapport and connection so that we can make our net work for us. Us includes them. Don't be selfish. My network should work for me. Then it's a network. Okay. Us, right? How do we make the net work for both of us? All that learning was possible in Toastmasters. There's so many things I got. Can I tell you one thing that I got which probably many other Toastmasters did not get? Unique opportunities. Can I talk about that?
Yeah.
And I request the timer to please show me the flag at the end of 15 minutes. I got paid assignments to speak. One college every year calling me. I didn't talk about it to Toastmasters otherwise, but today let me share. Unique opportunity, not many people got that. One college invites me as a guest speaker every year. Okay, I'm at their yearly booked. 3 schools hired me to train their students on communication skills. 3 schools, not 1, 2, international schools. What a great opportunity. They got to know about me only through Toastmasters. And of course, I was running a Gallus Club for children. I was running a club for children to train them on public speaking skills in my own apartment, because the apartment people approached me. Why did they approach me? Because they came to know through Facebook. Huge publicity, friends, fans, followers. I mean, it's amazing. I have some 2,500 friends on Facebook. I don't know many of them. But Toastmasters give you that opportunity. I can connect with them if I really am keen about it. Why did they add me as friends? They saw something. Such a huge opportunity, right? Paid assignments. Not only that, I was invited as a chief guest in some organizations, colleges, institutions. I think that a lot of Toastmasters did not get. And that's why Love my club, Vision Toastmasters. I really respect it so much. I love it. I got huge opportunities. Lastly, I got an opportunity to speak to an 8,000 worth of audience, 8,000 people. Very few people would have got such an opportunity, right? I'm used to speaking to a smaller group like this where there's a body language, eye connect, vocal variety. We are very easily reaching you. The first row in the 8,000 people was outside this hall. I don't know whether they were able to see my body language through the screens. I was not able to have any eye contact. But I tried doing eye contact, imaginary eye contact with sections of audience, and I challenged myself, no, I'm going to make it. My heart really sank that day. Huge heartbeat. I had to really muster up all my courage to do it. Such opportunities. I'm not sharing the opportunities just that I got. What I'm trying to tell you is that these things are possible in Toastmasters. These things are possible in Toastmasters. Some I got, many opportunities a lot of Toastmasters got, but these are unique that probably I got. There are some opportunities that as a group we got. We traveled to various places together, having fun in the train, Antakshari at night, then attending a wedding or an annual event. We have our district contest or our division level conference either in Vizag or Bangalore or Chennai. Of course, now the district is different, but we had them included. I got an opportunity to go to even Colombo. Some of us, not only me or not all, but many of us. We went there, we have friends there, and so on. Huge amount of opportunity, right? To make this happen, I had to do some things. Great things do not happen automatically. Somebody said in the speech, 1,000 miles journey begins with the first day. Who was that? He's right. It didn't happen just like that, right? I had to work hard on a number of things to make it happen. But Toastmasters gave me that opportunity to do all of these. Grab this opportunity, work on it. I failed many times. I forgot my speech conclusion in a division level contest. Just like Chandrasekhar, I also keep repeating this and acknowledge so that I can get past this. And next division level contest, I don't forget. So failures and success, both I got. And my plan is to continue to be a Toastmaster, continue to learn. Why is that after so many years also I want to continue? It improved my Q&A ability in my own town halls in my organization. When I was achieving these kind of things, the people in the organization, they saw value in promoting me. Because that was something other candidates did not have. A lot of personal gains for me that I got. So I want to certainly continue in Toastmasters. And my plan is to, every time, spend some time to make sure that I move myself to the next level. I believe that Toastmasters can add value to you to push you to the next level of wherever you are. My question to all the 15 people and to the coordinators is, 6 weeks before, wherever you were, do you see that you have moved a few steps forward? Is there a sense of moving one level up from wherever you were? Yes?
Yes, there is.
Some of you probably wanted to learn basics, confidence. Some of you wanted to overcome the fear. Some of you wanted to be more effective communicator. You were all at different levels and each one of you has moved one step next. Because you invested your time, energy for 6 weeks. Now what? What next?
Continue the journey with Toastmasters.
Continue the journey in Toastmasters. If you have a plan, fantastic. These skills, these things that you really wanted for which you joined, do we need them in our daily life?
Yes.
Is it that only you need it, the Toastmasters don't need it? Is it that we need it only when we became Toastmasters, now we don't need it? And in future we will not require any of these? This is not something that is done and dusted. You'll have to keep in touch with these. Keep working on it. My first keynote speech after the pandemic, after 3 years, when I went and faced the audience, I fumbled at least 5-6 times. Toastmaster Vikram was there as a witness. He can vouch for it. So when I took a break, I thought it is recharging me. It recharged me because it gave me that extra hunger to go back and do things again. But I realized that, oh my God, I'm not so natural. I'm struggling a little bit at least, even if 5%. There was a backward journey, I realized. Today I feel much better, thankful. So question to you is, what next? What have you planned? I would request each one of you to pick up pen and paper if you have nearby. Write down one goal that you have now in your mind about your next step. What is that one goal you have in mind for your next step? What do you want to do now next? You came for these things, you have got, you moved one level up. But what next? Is there something you need to work on? Each one of you, at least pick one goal, just one, the most, they call it wildly important goal. Can you pick up one wildly important goal for yourself? Which really matters to you. What is that you want to do now? What is the goal for this year? If you can write down one goal, then you can say, I'm going to continue. If you don't even have a written down goal, you know what happens, right? You've heard about it, the story. People in one batch had written down goals. People in one batch did not have written down goals. After several decades, when somebody evaluated both the batches, they found huge difference between the people who had written down goals versus those who did not have written down goals. So I request all of you sincerely, make sure to write down what is your goal that you want to define today for this year. By the end of the year, what one thing you will definitely work on. Write down. If you're not getting it right now, it's okay. Go back home. Before you sleep today, please define that one goal. Second, what are the 2 actions at least you will take on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis? Okay? Weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, that will make progress on this one goal. One goal, 2 actions. If you cannot write it down, believe me, you'll feel like me during pandemic. I thought it's okay to take a break. I was not moving forward. I realized I moved backward a little bit. Same thing will happen. You gain so much, but if you don't have a clearly written one goal, 2 actions every month, you're going to move backward. So I really urge you all, please write down that one goal. If not right now, you're not sure, by tonight, please write it down. And define 2 actions that at least you will take. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Will you really do it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. If you can do it, you will definitely have a clearer plan for this year. You will certainly move forward. You can reach me at the end of the year if you don't move forward with this. All right. We'll take a few questions if you have any. You can ask me anything from my journey, about Toastmasters, about your next actions, prioritization.
What should we do as the next steps as speechcrafters? What should we do?
What should we do as our next steps?
Yeah.
In the sense, for learning,
or
for Toastmasters, or
the same, to continue the learning of the speechcraft.
start writing your number of goals because you're not sure which one goal should I really pick. Write down 5-6 goals if you're not sure, like this. Rank them.
Okay.
At the top, whichever goal you have, it could be confidence again. It could be, I want to be more entertaining. I have one goal. I don't want to crack jokes at the cost of my friends, at the cost of my wife. I also used to give speeches in which my wife will very invariably come in. But I don't want to really do it at the cost of somebody. How do I do it? How do I do it well? It's an art. It's a tough word. So what is that your top rank goal? You have to define. And then you have to put on the action you will take in line with your goal. So I'm reiterating the same point, but you have to write down your goal, define those action plans, then start executing on action plan. It's very commonsensical, but it is not so much seen in execution. That's why I'm reiterating. Any other questions?
You talked about your journey.
Yeah.
Now you're a great orator.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about your earlier days, a little bit more, so that we can relate and connect it? Okay, yes, we can also get started from there and succeed.
Before I joined Toastmasters?
Yes, like initial days as a
Initial
speaker.
days? 1992, there was a circle of 20 people. There was a circle of 20 people standing in Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, Calcutta. I also joined them after the class. I was silent all through the class. I joined them. So Swamiji used to take our class. It was not a Gyan lecture, but he used to discuss on art of living. Okay, talking about what freedom is and different aspects of art of living, life. Says, okay, please tell me your names. One by one, everybody told their names. When my turn came, I said Sunil Kumar. I was wondering whether to say Khandelwar or Kundeta. I could not tell my name properly. I mean, we have surname and which is community name and things like that. So I was wondering, and I could not tell my name clearly. It hurt me so much, and my heart was really pumping fast because I had to tell something. What my name? We were just telling our names, and I could not tell. That was my level. I had really struggled. So what I used to do, every Sunday evening I used to come for the class. I was in college that time. I used to come for the class and I used to come with some questions because Swamiji asked me, hey, you don't speak anything. Why are you not talking? You should participate. He thought I'm not participating, so he used to encourage me to participate. So what I did, I created some questions, list of questions. So in between the discussion, I would just throw my questions. Spoken. Now you have not asked me, I was speaking, right? So I'm participating, I'm asking questions. The questions are pre-written, preset. From that level, I started my journey. I was doing CA. After a few years, I had an opportunity to go to the stage and share a problem with the executive committee, including the ICI, Institute of Chartered Accountants, president and the committee. It was such a tough task. I was sweating. I could not speak clearly. I somehow shared the problem with the, I don't know how many, broken sentences, fragmented sentences, and then literally they pulled me out of the stage. I really struggled. I realized that my huge weakness was public speaking and fear of stage. There are a number of occasions where I realized that I was very bad at it. Forget about being good, I was bad at it. It was such a thing in my early life. But when you walk and you fall down, you slip or something, what do you do?
I think you stand back.
Before that,
You stand back.
You hold the ground. Wherever you have fallen, you hold the same ground and you push the ground. Try. You will not again. You will first hold the ground, you will push it and you will get up. Either with hands or legs, whatever you will. That's how the gravitational force works, right? So I pushed myself in Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, where I was not even able to speak my name. In 2 years' time, I became the secretary of Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. I started communicating, I gained my confidence. I was still not an orator, but I went through such a thing. So only one thing which helped me is that if you fail, write the exam again. Finally, I'm a CA. CAs, those who are trying CAs, we have a record breaker also who has broken all records. He has given umpteen number of times the exam. Such a courageous person I have not met before. He said, I will keep on giving. I will not stop. I mean, sometimes you say, okay, forget it. But that takes a lot of courage, right? And effort. So I have gone through such a time where I completely failed. I failed in CA entrance exam. And I felt that what I failed, I was always among the top 4 or 3 or 5 boys in my class every year, year after year. How could I fail? Then I realized, no, I was not studying in terms of the examinations. I was studying in terms of the books. I changed my study patterns, understood the exam patterns, studied, cleared exams. It became easy. So that's the kind of journey I had. But I think what has moved it so much, you people are probably much better off. You are great. Some of your speeches are wonderful, right? You have done amazing. There are a few areas of improvement that will always happen. You will always have those, right? Even today I have several areas of improvement. That's why I've asked him to record the video. I'm going to watch it again and see, okay, after 3 years, what all has changed in me and not changed. Where is it I need to improve? But to do that, you have to assess, you have to examine yourself. Even after so many years of speaking, you take your video and critically evaluate it. Okay, these are the areas I'm still messing up. These are the areas I'm boring the audience, or I'm retraining myself. I'm going to work on it, right? Once you become a distinguished Toastmaster, it's not nirvana. There are a lot of exams where you'll keep failing if you don't plan and focus on it.
So you said your engagement with Toastmasters help you in improving your Q&A capabilities, right? But in Toastmasters generally, I have not seen anything that focuses on that area, right? I think I see that as a missing area. How did that help you?
We had one basic manual called Competent Communicator, and we had 15 advanced manual in Toastmasters, and I have the whole useful collection. I spent my own money in dollars and bought it. I have the collection. So one of the manuals in that deals with this, dealing with a group, interpersonal skills. I don't precisely remember the name of the manual, which I'll bring you separately once I look at it, where you have to deliver on 5 projects where you deal with a group. You have to even handle hostile audience. You have to learn the art of handling hostile audience. The audience is angry, they want to shout, they want to yell, and how do you manage the audience? That is there. There is one project on how do you submit a proposal that the audience will approve. What steps will you follow to submit a proposal that the audience will, that is advanced communication. What you have gone through is basic and competent communication. And these are the advanced communication that you have. What do you mean by effective communication? See, today when I go to deliver training as a corporate trainer, they don't look at only these nuances. How do I become an effective communicator? You are not an effective communicator if you can't handle some of this kind of audience, difficult communication, challenging people. Though there are manuals on which I worked on. Several meetings I have conducted where I was the only speaker because my project demanded 20 minutes of speaking. So all the other speech slots were cancelled. I was the only speaker and I did that with the audience. I conducted several sessions with the club. So I used this as a platform for me to practice. And my club was very supportive to grant me that opportunity, to give me that space and the audience. My club used to conduct even training sessions on 5th Sundays so that I could get a chance to do it. Training, people were benefiting and I was also enjoying and learning and polishing my own skills. Some of you will remember, we used to have several educational sessions on the 5th Sunday because 1st and 3rd Sunday we have our own club meeting and the venue was free. So club was never worried about venue. If 20 people come, your luck. If 50 people come, your luck. We have made it available and we are creating the publicity for people to come forward. It also helped the club in growing the membership because the way people are gaining so much, right? And they saw the focus on education. So these things I did which helped me in handling the Q&A. You cannot be a great leader if you cannot handle question and answers of an audience. You will have challenge. As a manager, we have all gone through that. So I have seen people struggling to handle the question and answers, and I use these opportunities to really understand and practice and master this art of handling Q&A. It really helped me. I don't say I'm a champion, but it really helped me. It helped my leaders to look at me as a better candidate, as a stronger candidate. All right, thank you so much. In the interest of time, you can catch me after this, after we are done, and we can have a discussion. I really enjoyed. I hope you also enjoyed. Thank you so much.